Growing up in a religious family as a child is actually not so bad, for the most part. Your life is pretty normal. You play with friends, watch TV, go to school, and of course visit church every Sunday. I remember just about every Sunday, me and my father would go to the movies after church. We had this fun way of communicating during church. The more I think about it, the more I realize that at the time, my father didn't really believe in anything like he does today. Whenever you enter a church, they always offer you a pamphlet for that day's service. We each would take one. After singing and standing, the sermon would begin, and that is when we would send notes to each other. It was actually really sweet when I look back on it. We would draw funny faces, write jokes about the people around us. It was really fun. Most importantly, though, we would pick a place to eat after service and a place to hang out. This was usually the movies. That was so long ago. While I still had fears set in by the church, I did not feel like it was really a family. But it was a family to a certain degree. My grandparents were life members, and for the most part, they did great things. My grandmother helped every week at the food pantry. She unloaded trucks and even helped with the cooking. I would even help on the weekends, and of course on summer break. A Baptist church is somewhat different from the fire and brimstone churches. I remember inside the care center, which is what we called it, you hardly saw anything about Jesus or God or sin. They just wanted to help these people. Everyone who worked were old, and their grandkids, like me, would also help out. So, certainly, churches do help people in their communities. This is a fact. However, most churches seem to only do these things because when you help someone who is in a tough spot, they will often feel obligated to repay this kindness with something. But what does the church want exactly? They want you to attend and be a part of their flock. This is a very shady tactic that is extremely passive. This shady tactic works and is used more today than ever because people today are becoming less and less religious. The overall idea of going to a place of worship every Sunday, wearing uncomfortable clothes, is becoming a very big turnoff. Millennials, younger generations, are finding ways to help in their community with a secular mindset. The idea to just help someone and feel good that you could help someone in need and not expect something in return. I myself have donated clothes, shoes, and other items to Goodwill when I can. And to this day, I have never taken a receipt. Why? Because I want to help those less fortunate. Not for a tax break, but because I want to give back. While many of us would happily help others without something in return, I myself helped just because I wanted to give back, because I was just a kid. I helped where I knew I could, which happened to be the care center. Nevertheless, this is the same tactic used when Christians go on mission trips. They visit poor cities and towns to help, quote, the locals with irrigation, education, farming, or anything else they can use as leverage to convert. That is the bottom line conversion. They want everyone and anyone to be converted to their way of thinking. This is one of the biggest problems I have with the religion as a whole. We have numerous examples of organizations that help those less fortunate without even being about God. Greenpeace, Doctors Without Borders, and Habitat for Humanity are just a few examples. I feel if this is not addressed in a proper light, it will, for the most part, be ignored by those who follow these beliefs. If you have time and it works with your schedule, you can find the time to help others. There are plenty of charities that do not have any association with religion. They are wonderful. You can volunteer for the Special Olympics, the Goodwill. If you have children, they can join the Girl Scouts of America. Yes, the Girl Scouts are not religious at all. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and push the bell for notifications.